What's up everyone, it's Joey Gaming and welcome back to the Joey Gaming channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Taiwan. Taiwan has been in the news recently for a lot of reasons, and the main reason was due to Nancy Pelosi's trip to Taiwan. So if you don't know what Taiwan is or who Taiwan is, Taiwan's a country. And the story behind Taiwan is that the government of Taiwan used to own China, the mainland China, right? And in the 1950s/60s, around that time period, there was a civil war that broke out between the communists and the Chinese government that was there, right? And the communists wanted equality or whatever. I don't know too much about it. I only know the basics. So they had a civil war. Taiwan lost, right? And everyone part of that original Chinese government fled to Taiwan because that government used to own Taiwan. And what's left of the old Chinese government became Taiwan. And nowadays, China claims that they won the Chinese war and that they own Taiwan, right? Even though in reality they don't own Taiwan, and I'll explain in a little bit. So China has been spouting for many years that they're going to invade Taiwan, take Taiwan over, and have it come back, right? They consider Taiwan a runaway province. A province is a state. It's like a state like in the United States, but it's a different word. I don't know. So provinces are like states, and China considers Taiwan a runaway province, right? So they don't classify it as their own. They don't recognize Taiwan's independence and see Taiwan as their own, right? The U.S. has been supporting Taiwan. The U.S. doesn't classify Taiwan as their country. They never came out and said, "Oh yes, we support China's independence." The United States never came out and said, "Oh yes, we support the independence of Taiwan." They have never said that because they don't want to go to war with China. However, the U.S. has sent military aid. They sent tons of weapons, vehicles, fighter jets, missile systems, and gave training to the troops in Taiwan. So that has happened. A lot of the troops have training done by the United States military. And recently, about a month ago, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan. And this angered Taiwan. This angered China, right? And China, before Nancy Pelosi came to Taiwan, they were threatening to shoot down Nancy Pelosi's plane, and threatened some military actions, and even the Pentagon advised advised Nancy Pelosi not to go to Taiwan, but Nancy Pelosi decided that she was going to go to Taiwan anyways, right? So she went to Taiwan, had a speech, and then she left to go to South Korea or Japan. I'm not sure. She was just doing her Asian trip, and she stopped in Taiwan, right? And this obviously angered China. And so China, right? China announces these military drills, which I'm going to say right now is what Russia said, right? They said that they're going to do military drills outside of Ukraine and ended up invading Ukraine. So I don't know. Right now they are doing a bunch of military drills. They have like these zones where they're doing military drones, military drills, and simulating them invading Taiwan. Right now they haven't really launched any missiles towards Taiwan. However, they did launch a rocket over Taiwan, which scared a lot of people in Taiwan. So it was really crazy. And yesterday, a Chinese drone flew over an island or entered Taiwanese airspace, and they shot warning shots at the drone, and the drone retreated. And now this morning, on September 2nd, there's reports that Taiwan shot down an unidentified drone. They don't know what nation that the drone's part of, what nation this drone's in. I'm betting it's China. They just don't want to come out and say it was China. But they shot down a drone that was entering into their airspace, and the day before, they shot a warning shot, and the drone fled. Interesting enough, China hasn't complained, right? It's weird, right? when you're the bully, right, you're talking so much smack, right? But the moment another country defends themselves and standing up to themselves, you're all quiet all of a sudden, you know? It is so weird that I haven't heard nothing from China when I'm hearing these reports that they shot at these Chinese drones, and they actually shot down one drone, you know, but you hear nothing, right? And honestly, I honestly thought they were going to attack Taiwan when, I honestly thought that China was going to attack Taiwan after Pelosi came, but no, they didn't do anything. The only thing they did was do, drills, right? Drills, right? So I actually kind of believe that China probably won't do anything, or I don't know, maybe maybe they're planning something, but so far China has a bigger bark than an actual bite. And honestly, I hope that's the case, you know, because I would hate for all of us to go into World War III, because I'm currently 18 and you can be drafted up till 26, and 26 is like 8 years away, and that sounds not fun at all. So I don't know, if a war breaks out, I'm probably gonna fight in it, you know, unless I break a leg or something, but you know, or something happens I'm not qualified to be drafted, but most likely if World War III breaks out, I'm most likely fighting in it because I'm that age group where I can get drafted. So I don't know. Personally, do I see a world war breaking out? Yes and no. Well, first of all, I think that China has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I think China has a lot of I think they're getting a lot of inspiration and a lot of motivation from Russia, because Russia carried out the invasion of Ukraine, right? And honestly, this is true for Taiwan too. I feel like China is looking at what Russia did and seeing what the Ukrainian people are doing. So we were probably going to see a lot of the lessons incorporated. And this is the same for the civilians. You're probably going to see civilians I'm pretty sure you're going to see the military and the civilians seeing what Ukraine did, right? Seeing what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to buy a lot of rocket launchers, like the Javelin rocket launchers, or they're going to be training the same way how the Ukraine is. And I'm guarantee you, if China decides to invade Taiwan, they're probably going to do a lot better of a job than what Russia does, or what Russia did. I think they're going to have a lot better logistics. I think they're going to see what the flaws were when Russia tried to invade Ukraine, because right now Russia is having a hard time fighting the war in Ukraine, which is a good thing, you know, because honestly, I am so happy to see that Ukraine is kicking some serious butt, you know. So honestly, I'm not really worried about China invading Ukraine. Not Ukraine. That'd be a plot twist. Imagine you turn on CNN and you see breaking news: China has invaded Ukraine to help the Russians out. No. Maybe in an alternative universe, but that's not happening. So if China tries to invade Taiwan, I don't really see it go well, because first of all, they don't really have the equipment. Because first of all, their navy isn't a true blue navy, right? Their navy isn't strong. They have a lot of boats, right? They have a lot of boats, but their technology is like pretty similar to like the 1970s and the 1980s, right? I believe that Taiwan could, with their modern weapon systems, could easily defend from a Chinese invasion, right? And second of all, they don't have amphibious assault ships, right? They don't have landing craft to land troops on it. So most likely, if they're going to attack Taiwan, they would probably send in lots of missiles, artillery, and then they're probably going to ship the troops over by airplane or helicopter. You probably will not see an amphibious landing, because it just wouldn't be possible, because they don't have that type of craft. Although there was a theory that China would probably take civilian ships, right, and convert them into landing craft, but I don't really see that either. So another reason I don't really see China really taking over Taiwan well is that the U.S. will back them. You may say that, well, Joey, the United States said that they will protect Ukraine if they get invaded, and yeah, that's true, but the main difference here is with Taiwan is that Taiwan is the number one producer in microchips. and computer chips. A lot of people don't realize this, but computer chips and microchips are very important in today's world because guarantee you, your phone, my computer, whatever device you're listening to me talk and watching this video, it has components made from Taiwan, right? And a lot of US equipment have computer chips and components from Taiwan too. So it's going to actually be very important for the United States to step up and defend Taiwan. It will not be like Ukraine where they're going to send a lot of aid to Ukraine. Not Ukraine too. They're not going to. It's not going to be like Ukraine. They're going to be sending a lot of aid to Taiwan, and then Taiwan and you know, sanction off China. It just will not happen. You're going to see the U.S. come to the defense of Taiwan if China tries to invade Taiwan. If China tries to invade Taiwan. Also, you can have like other nations get involved. Honestly, do I think this is gonna happen? Probably not. Right? I honestly don't see China invading Taiwan anytime soon or ever because it's just not really possible for them to pull it off. The best case for them would be if they somehow pull off a blockade, right? Where they just have their ships and they blockade stuff. But even then, that would probably drag the U.S. in and, you know, it just wouldn't work well for them. So I honestly don't see that. But then again, I did say that Russia was never going to invade Ukraine, but they still invaded Ukraine. Long story short, I don't really see China invade Ukraine, and if not Ukraine, Taiwan. Sorry, I've been mixing up Ukraine and Taiwan a lot. Long story short, I honestly don't see China trying to invade Taiwan because it's just suicide for them economically and military-wise because it's just not going to work well for them. And even if they did, it just wouldn't work. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I thought I should just tell you guys my opinion on Taiwan. The U.S. would demolish China if they try to get in. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and see ya. Peace.